Hey folks, this is Jake Davis with a wrestling recap for you. And tonight I'm talking about the AEW Revolution 2021, this second annual Revolution pay-per-view. And of course, like every other pay-per-view, wrestling pay-per-view of the last year, it was in Florida. Well, there are 8 matches on the show, and well, frankly, let's just get into it. I'm shooting this video at damn near 10 o'clock at night, so it's way late to watch it, to cover this. I'm sure if you haven't seen the show, you've either seen the show, seen highlights, or seen other people talk about the show, but hey, thanks for watching this anyway, if you do. The opening match was for the AEW Tag Team titles, the Young Bucks defending against Chris Jericho and MJF. I kind of liked the contrast of styles. I kind of liked how the first 5 minutes, or they had like a 5 or 6 minute straight period there with the kind of working in stereo. There was this painfully obvious, like almost botched telegraphing for the Walls of Jericho at one point. But I overall enjoyed this match. I kind of liked how it wasn't super over-dramatic, false finish fest like you usually see with the Young Bucks. I just don't think that style would have worked with Jericho and MJF, especially with Jericho. I mean, Jericho used to do that style, sure, but his psychology has always been more about the story of the match, other than just fake out, reversal. But yeah, I did enjoy this match, and the Young Bucks retained by damn, I can't remember the finishing moves here, but it was Jericho took the pin, and later in the night they cut to Jericho saying there's going to be like a war council between the Inner Circle this Wednesday night on Dynamite. And he's like, yeah, he's definitely gonna, they're definitely gonna pull the trigger this week, if not at least soon, with the Inner Circle. Probably he'll finally turn Jericho babyface. It'll be pretty cool, to be honest. I think he hasn't been babyface since about I think 2015 was his last face run. Damn, it's been a while. It's been a while since he's been a babyface. The second match was a 30-man, 15-team casino battle royale, where the whole stipulation was, hey baby, 2 teams started every 90 seconds. Another team came in, and Royal Rumble style, both men had to be thrown over the top rope to be eliminated. There was this weird thing. It seemed like everybody, I don't know if it was exactly everybody got thrown out over towards like the hard cam side, but like enough. It felt like everybody got thrown out on the same side of the ring. Yeah, she's right there behind the door. Oh, hi, baby.
Is she alright?
I don't know. I guess for now. She'll get bored with me. Looks like she's going with you anyway.
Let's go to Elmo's World.
I love you, Scarlett.
Let's go to Elmo's World.
Eventually it comes down to just one-on-one. Whoops there. Comes down to comes down to a 2-on-1 with both members of the Dead Triangle. I keep wanting to call it the Devil's Triangle or the Devil's Three-Way, but neither one of those are quite appropriate for wrestling now, are they? But the Dead Triangle, eventually one comes down to Ray Phoenix and Jungle Boy. I mean, I really enjoyed this match. I like Battle Royals, and this is finally felt like a tag team Battle Royal done right. They teased breakups. They teased possible further team-ups. I love how they continue to the Dark Order were this evil group, and there are 3 different Dark Order tag teams in this. But they didn't kind of use their numbers advantage. They fought like baby faces. They fought honorably. Oh my god, what a beast. Yes, you beast. You beast, you. Hi. But yeah, man, I really enjoyed this match. This was a hell of a good tag team battle royal, if not one of the best ones I've ever seen. Tag team battle royals are hard to pull off. Mainly because you risk too many guys being in the ring at the same time, so messages get crossed. And also, I never liked how One guy gets thrown out, so the referee has to go in here amongst the midst of all the chaos to let his partner know that he got to get out of the ring. That's just it's always felt awkward to me, you know what I mean? But I like the way this match felt played out, and I think they should do more battle royals in this style. I really, really enjoyed this. One of my favorite matches of the night. Let me shut the door. Yeah. Up next was the AEW Women's Championship. Hikaru Shida versus Ryo Mizunami. I don't want to I try not to mess up the Japanese names. I kind of like how this match, I guess these girls both have a bit of a history going back. I'm just glad to see Shida fighting someone other than Nia Jax, to be honest with you. But frankly, I really wanted Ryo to win. I liked her showing on Dynamite the last few weeks, and on Dark as well. I like how her style is just almost like this comedic, strong style, just like she enjoys the fighting kind of thing, like laughs off a lot of the shots and stuff. I enjoyed that. I thought it was funny, engaging, and different. But I am definitely ready for Shida to lose the belt, and quite frankly, I don't know why they haven't put the belt on Britt Baker yet. She's easily, understand, they don't want to be predictable. Sure. No one wants to be predictable. But at the same time, Britt Baker, even all last year, the bulk of last year, like nearly 9-month period, I think, where she was hurt. She'd come out week after week in a wheelchair, all cast up with a broken nose plate over her face and everything, and cut great promos. She would just steal the show and outshine all the other ladies on the roster just by pure charisma alone. I'd never heard of her before I started watching AEW. And I just really think they should build the women's division around her. She should be the champion. She should have a goddamn heel faction, have a brand. Build, sell Britt Baker out there. Not in the dirty way. Don't get nasty. But you know what I mean. She is a hell of a great talent. Capitalize on that. Up next is another tag. Half the fucking card were tag team matches. A tag team match between Miro, which is of course Rusev, and Kip Sapien with Penelope Cruz. What a babe. Taking on the team of Orange Cassidy and Chucky Taylor. One half of the Best Friends, or I guess 2/3 of the... he's a satellite member of the Best Friends, is Orange Cassidy. This is a bit of a tag team grudge match, and before the bell rings, during the the entrance hits for the faces, and they cut to the back, and there's Rusev and Sabian beating the shit out of Cassidy and Taylor. Taylor's busted wide open. They drag him to the ring. Taylor tells the referee to ring the bell. They start the match. Cassidy eventually gets to the ring. Cassidy tries to get his sloth kung fu offense in, but they cannot stop Miro or Rusev. I'll just call him Rusev for the sake of confusion here. For the sake of to make confusion great again. Holy sweet merciful Christ.
She's riled up. Come on, we're watching Elmo.
Hurricane and tornado.
Dance party with Elmo. Come on. I'm sorry.
You're fine. It's fine. Anyhow, it's probably the most entertaining part of the video. Anyhow.
Come on, time to have dance party with Elmo.
During the match, Penelope Cruz gets Chuck Taylor stops himself from slamming into Cruz onto not Penelope Cruz. Did I say Penelope Cruz earlier? What's her name? It's not Penelope Cruz. Penelope Ford. Yeah, that's who it is. Yeah, Penelope Ford. I'm glad I caught that. Anyhow, so, he stops himself, but Miro kicks him in the back, and then he smashes in, and Penelope falls, face first into the guardrail. Miro eventually locks in the camel clutch on Chucky Taylor, and Taylor taps out. I think he locks in that camel clutch, and fuckers tap out. Miro finally wins, and they start teasing the separation. And definitely it's time. I don't know what the hell they've been doing with Rusev. I know a lot of other wrestling fans have been feeling this way. But he was so underutilized, so underappreciated in WWE. For him to kind of just put him in this backseat comedy position, just sitting back waiting for just... I mean, I understand they only have one show a week, 4 pay-per-views a year, and you have to bide your time and you want to build up to things. But I really think Rusev is a guy, Alexander Rusev, Miro, whatever you want to call him, that sumbitch. That guy is a dude that you could have just like debuted in one night and just skyrocketed him to the main event. Moxley and Rusev, Miro and Kenny Omega, Miro and Cody Rhodes, Miro and Chris Jericho. You can have Miro and Brian Cage. You can have just awesome matches. You just use the man. Just use the man. You know what I mean? But he did get a big win here, and as far as I know, this is like one of his first real matches. He's had just a handful of matches. I don't know if he's had a single match yet in AEW, to be honest. But I mean, it was nice to see him finally whoop some ass. But I really wish they would do more with him. Just goes to show you, bad booking and underutilizing of great talent isn't just a McMahon epidemic, you know what I mean? Up next is the big money match. Adam Cole versus Matt Hardy, with the winner earning 100% of the loser's first quarter wages of 2021. This includes all their merchandise money, all their royalties, everything they make for the first 3 months of the year. This was actually my favorite goddamn match of the night, to be honest with you. I loved how Matt Hardy... First off, it just amazed me. Matt Hardy has been such a piece of shit prick heel going into this match over the last few months. And this crowd, I mean, there's not a lot of fans in Daly. There's about 1,000 people. But they were so behind Matt Hardy. I mean, the big Hardy chant, big Matt chant. And Matt Hardy just wrestles like a world-class... 20-year veteran like he is. A guy who's fought everyone, fought all over the world. He's just schooling Adam Page, just keeping him down, giving him the fight. Bust his nose open. And Adam Page is showing the potential of the great babyface he could be. I mean, you guys might not remember this, but a year ago, before COVID-19 just kind of just ruined humanity, exposed how fucking weak we had become, to be more honest with you. Hard truth, y'all. Sorry. But but right before then, Adam Page was like, he was on fire. He was like the hottest property in AEW. He was about to break through in a big, big way. And then he just kind of tempered. He was like this man without a nation after the Elite more or less broke up. And ever since the passing of Brody Lee, the Dark Order have kind of been reaching out to him, wanting him to be their new leader. It's kind of great how they've become this evil organization, kind of this group of jobbers and journeymen who are just working together to help each other like a community of support. You know what I mean? It's kind of brilliant the way that they used a tragedy to salvage a faction without burying. This awful, he died and he passed away. That's horrible. But at the same time, you don't want to just drop all the momentum, all these guys that were working with him and the storylines at the time had going. I mean, that'd be a detriment to his memory in a lot of ways. I gotta shut the door again. But I think it's brilliant what they've been doing with the Dark Order. And eventually Matt Hardy's cult members, Private Party, come in, Hybrid 2, the Hybrids, TH2, come in and they try to, cost Page the match. Great spot where Adam Page goes for the Buckeye, but Hardy catches him in the side effect, picks him up in a lightning quick twist of fate. Oh, it was the best near fall of the night. It was, the second best near fall of the night. The second best near fall of the night. And I love the finish of Matt Hardy. Thinks he's knocked him off the apron. The Dark Order catch him. I mean, it was like trust fall stuff. Catch him and like push him back up onto the apron. He does the Buckeye and wins. I would have thought because it kind of seen a situation where the guy who wins gets all your money. Kind of felt that was very much a heel tailored victory right there. But yeah, I mean, what a great feel good victory this was. And after the match, Cole Cabana brings them out the beers, and he big group hug. It was all around from story to match to match package to after match celebration. It was my favorite part of the whole night. Adam Page and Matt Hardy was the show stealer for me personally, especially since what happens at the end of the main event. Up next. Oh dear Lord. Up next is the Face of the Revolution 6-man ladder match. Okay, so it's Scorpio Sky, Cody Rhodes, Ethan Page, Lance Archer, Max Carter, and Penta El Zero Medeo. Now, I'm just going to call him Pentagon Jr. because I hate the double names. You know this if you watch my videos. Ethan Page, I just want to just great, once again, I don't know if I've said this before, but Excalibur is a terrific color commentator. Right there, giving the audience the information they need to know about wrestlers, about rivalries, about backstory, right when it's prevalent. Not interrupting the build, not interrupting the action. He's giving it part of the drama. This guy is dead on. I know it took me a while to get used to a color commentator with a mask, but the guy was a luchador. But a phenomenal color commentator, this guy is one of the best. Very, very much reminiscent of guys like, I was going to compare to guys like Mike Tenay and Scott Hudson, but to be honest, I think he's already better than them. Because he's actually funny. You see him on AEW Dark and stuff like that. He does a good job carrying the show as lead anchor. Yeah, man. Excalibur is a terrific commentator. He really is, man. I praise to the guy, really. But I mean, a great example here was Ethan Page. Ethan Page crosses I don't know him by name. I don't recognize him instantly. But there's Excalibur telling you this Ethan Page, multi-time Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champion from Canada. I'm like, oh man, he's from the North. I instantly knew. Okay. Now I'm in. I didn't have to look it up. I know who he is now. Just great simplicity. Give you information, just know what's going on. Then there's the ring. These guys are literally in a 6-man ladder match to grab a brass ring, which is just, come on. It's the Sonic. It's you either can compare it to a Sonic ring or a giant Cheerio. But I thought it would have been so funny if somebody just got in the ring and looked at the thing like, nah, I'm not fighting over that. I just left. I think that would have been hysterical. But that would have buried the whole match. But there's some really dangerous spots. They do a spot where Cody Rhodes takes an awful bump on the floor. And then they don't know if he's going to come back. And then he does come back, fighting to the injury. And the crowd boos him coming back. Oh man, Cody Rhodes is already getting Triple H vibes. People, too much about Cody. A lot of things are too much about Cody, and I understand this. I don't 100% agree because I love Cody Rhodes, but I don't think anybody really wanted him to win this match. He wins enough, you know what I mean? I was rooting for Pentagon Jr. for this match. But Scorpio Sky eventually gets the win. And a hell of a good victory. A hell of a good ladder match. It's better than some of the Money in the Bank ladder matches I've seen. So it's not like it's a bad match. But say that big 20-man Royal Rumble Casino ladder match they did last year at Double or Nothing, I think it was. I ain't ever seen anything like that. That was like watching. I can't compare it to anything. It was like if a 12-year-old could just invent a match. You know what I mean? And just throw a bunch of guys who did not care about the personal safety at all into it. What are you doing? What are you doing? Cut that out. That's dangerous. Semi-main event, tag team street fight, and this was a pre-recorded, a cinematic style match. It's a team. It's the TNT champion, Darby Allin, teaming with Sting against Team Taz, whose team is Brian Cage, who's the Fuck the World champion, FTW champion, and the absolute Ricky Starks. I love Ricky Starks, hell, and Brian Cage. There should be a vehicle behind this man. I love this match, man. This is one of the best cinematic matches of the last year. Oh, man, so good. I mean, I love the big dramatic entrances. Darby Allin's kitchen on Sting's pickup truck to get to the abandoned warehouse motel, wherever the hell they're fighting. All these Team Taz shows up, but Sting and Ricky and Darby Allin come to the ring with a whole bunch of dudes who just disappear for the most part. The whole match, I'm waiting for somebody to throw a guy out of a window because there's windows everywhere. Eventually, Darby Allin gets thrown through a window. There's some amazing spots in this stuff. I mean, Brian Cage and Ricky Starks throw Darby Allin through a window that's like propped up against the wall. That is just insane. Oh my God. Brian Cage picks Allin up into a vertical suplex and then walks up a flight of stairs. And as soon as I thought it, Jim Ross says, that is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in all my years watching pro wrestling. I've never seen anything like that. That's goddamn impressive. And of course, Darby Allin diving out of a window down the whole damn floor, 15, 20 feet, into an elbow drop, through this whole platform catwalk, collapsing into the abyss onto Brian Cage. Holy shit. Eventually, Sting fights back out, getting hit into after all this shit fighting in this abandoned goddamn death trap hotel, there's a ring. They go to a ring. Like, we needed a ring in all of this. Eventually, Sting his Scorpion Death Drop, gets the pin on Starks. Loved it. Fucking loved this match. It just had a huge shitting grin the whole time. It just gave me goosebumps, It was like watching an awesome, cheesy Chuck Norris movie, but with Sting. It was great. Main event time. Kenny Omega defending the AEW World Heavyweight title against Jon Moxley, Dean Ambrose, in an exploding barbed wire death match. Okay. This is a great match. I mean, it's a great match. It's a great match. Very dramatic, very intense. I love the way that they tease going into the barbed wire. I love that there's no funny intro for Kenny Omega this night. No sweeper babes. Very intense and very business for this title, for this violent death match. The explosions were about as I expected they would be. I wasn't bitchy about that. I personally thought that when Kenny Omega had a barbed wire bat, a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire, and he hit, with the explosive barbed wire, hit Moxley in the face with exploding barbed wire baseball bat, and Moxley kicked out. I was just like, come on. Like, nothing this guy ever gets pinned with ever again in his career will make sense. If he kicked out of that, I mean, that was ridiculous. That's like a guy getting kicked, like a wrestler kicking out of getting shot in a match. That's the only way you can top that. A fucker gets shot and he kicks out at two. But eventually the Good Brothers come down after the 10-minute warning. The three of them beat down Jon Moxley. Moxley, the best kick out of the night. The best, since I pointed out the other one was the second best. I had to point out this one. Omega hits the one-winged angel instead of straight kicking out. Jon Moxley just kind of kicks the barbed wire on the ring ropes next to him, and the explosion blinds Kenny Omega and makes him let go of the pinfall. That was just brilliant. Like when they both fell off the apron and crashed through the exploding shit. But like the Good Brothers come out, Kenny Omega finally hits one-winged angel, beats Jon Moxley, but there's like 6 minutes left because he can't stop the bomb. The whole ring's gonna explode after 30 minutes. They beat him down for way too long. They handcuff him, they beat him down so he can't escape the ring. Eddie Kingston comes out. Mortal Enemies. These guys had a fucking horrific, hard to watch I Quit match a few months ago. But, he's not just going to leave a man he called his friend in there to blow the fuck up. So he comes out there, he's trying to drag him out, trying to wake him up. They're running out of time. And then he covers him. And sparklers hit the ring posts. I mean, maybe a poof. We have better fireworks out here on New Year's Eve, and we only did 4 things, and 2 of those were sparklers. Gilbert, fuck Goldberg. Gilbert had better shit. Remember when Jeff Hardy got blown up during his intro? That was a blow up. Neither one of these guys were any closer than 6 to 7 feet from the closest landing spark. And then, the most tragic part of it all, both Eddie Kingston, John Moxley, and the commentators all have to sell the, oh God, this is terrible, hope these men are okay voice, while they're running out the time. Quite frankly, the botched exploding ring ruined the whole show. We had a great show. One of the best shows of the empty arena era, or the post-COVID era. But, I mean, look, man, just like a movie or a song, you're gonna, Hey Jude's a great song. But all I ever think of is 6.5 minutes of na na na, so I hate that song. The Mist is a terrific movie, but such a contrived, intentionally heartbreaking, stupid, you didn't see this coming kind of ending. It's pompous, it's full of itself, so I hate the movie. And I might have to give this whole show a D and F. This is a bad show. The fucking up a spot that happens after the ending of the main event to not ruin an entire pay-per-view, but you go through a 4-hour show waiting for this ring to blow up, and that's what you get. So, fuck. Anyhow, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Wow, it went long. I was trying to rush for this. I talk too much. Anyhow, I'm Jake Davis. Like, share, comment, and subscribe if you want to. I'll catch you on the fly.